First quarter, Tyrese Maxey opened the scoring with a driving layup, but VJ Edgecombe's careless turnover gifted Atlanta a transition opportunity. Dyson Daniels capitalized with a thunderous dunk that gave the Hawks their first lead of the night. Edgecombe responded to reclaim the lead. Then his second basket extended Philadelphia's edge to 3. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's transition layup trimmed the deficit back to 2, keeping Atlanta within striking distance through the early exchanges. Alexander-Walker picked Edgecombe clean for the second time, but the rookie shook it off. His 3 pushed the total to 8 and rebuilt a 4-point lead. Jalen Johnson's transition dunk cut the gap to 2 and signaled Atlanta's intent inside. Kelly Oubre Jr. restored the 4-point lead, but the quarter's pace accelerated into chaos. Turnovers flew in both directions as the transition game took over entirely, with steals and careless passes creating a frantic stretch of back-and-forth action that set the stage for Atlanta's decisive surge. Johnson's layup capped a stretch of unanswered Hawks scoring that flipped the lead for the first time since the opening minutes. Daniels drove the paint total to 10 with a fast break finish, then a McCollum steal kept the defensive intensity climbing. Philadelphia's interior defense stiffened, and Bona swatted a driving attempt to fortify the rim protection as the Sixers tried to regroup, but Jock Landale's 3 widened Atlanta's lead to 6 and exposed the perimeter as a growing vulnerability. Trendon Watford's bucket stopped the bleeding, and Bona's putback tied the game at 20 apiece as Philadelphia's comeback gained momentum. Tyrese Maxey's 3 gave the Sixers a 1-point edge heading into the final 90 seconds. Then Bona's second rejection denied Atlanta at the rim and kept the outcome in doubt. Bona's third block anchored a valiant defensive stand, but Nickeil Alexander-Walker's triple built a 5-point advantage that proved decisive. Edgecombe's buzzer-beating 3 trimmed the deficit, leaving Philadelphia trailing 26-28 after 1. Quentin Grimes' 3 gave Philadelphia a brief edge at 29-28, but McCollum answered on the next possession. Jock Landale's 3 then built a 3-point Atlanta advantage, forcing the 76ers into an early timeout to regroup. Grimes responded with consecutive buckets. His 8 points through 3 possessions paced Philadelphia's counterattack and recaptured the advantage. Drummond's basket re-established a 2-point edge once Atlanta had drawn level at the stripe. Jalen Johnson's layup trimmed the deficit. Then Dyson Daniels' fast break finish completed a 2-possession swing that handed Atlanta control. Kelly Oubre Jr. scored to keep Philadelphia within a point as the seesaw battle continued. Tyrese Maxey's transition bucket seized the lead, and Oubre's and-one restored the advantage once the Hawks pulled ahead. McCollum stole the edge right back, capping a stretch where the lead changed hands 8 times across the quarter. Nickeil Okongwu scored inside to ignite the decisive run. Then Johnson exploded for back-to-back transition baskets that widened the margin to 6. His 10-point quarter total fueled the surge. Nickeil Okongwu's 4th consecutive Hawks basket extended the cushion to 8 and exposed Philadelphia's transition defense. Bona's alley-oop dunk trimmed the deficit to 5, but McCollum's 3 swelled the margin back to 8. Daniels' putback drove Atlanta's paint total to 16 and the gap to double digits. Maxey's late 3 cut it to 53-60 at halftime as the Hawks carried a 7-point cushion into the break. Atlanta's dominance carried out of the break. Onyeka Okongwu scored inside to open the quarter. Jalen Johnson added a bucket that pushed the margin to 11. Then Dyson Daniels' fast break finish held the Hawks' commanding double-digit cushion. Drummond's basket trimmed the lead to 9, but Risacher's dunk kept Atlanta's interior attack rolling. Drummond answered from deep, his first triple of the game slicing the deficit to 6 and injecting life into the Sixers' comeback bid. Risacher's 3 restored the 9-point advantage, and Johnson converted again as Atlanta connected on back-to-back possessions, the lead ballooning to 11. Tyrese Maxey's dunk halted the bleeding, but Philadelphia still trailed by 9. Maxey's 3 narrowed the gap to 6, but Risacher's second triple kept the lead steady, his 8-point surge anchoring Atlanta's perimeter attack. Johnson's layup drove the paint count to 10 and the cushion back to 8. Maxey finished inside as Philadelphia's paint tally reached 6, then Jabari Walker's 3 and Adem Bona's dunk completed a run of 3 unanswered Sixer scores, suddenly a 1-point game. Jock Landale's slam responded immediately, restoring Atlanta's 3-point edge and lifting the interior damage to 12. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's layup extended the Hawks' paint dominance to 14 and the advantage to 4, but Quentin Grimes scored on the break to bring Philadelphia within 2. CJ McCollum's 3 built a 5-point buffer, yet Maxey's closing triple brought his quarter output to 11, 84-88 after 3. Atlanta's perimeter attack set the tone. CJ McCollum's triple widened the lead to 6. Corey Kispert's 3 stretched it to 7 as the Hawks connected from deep on consecutive possessions. VJ Edgecombe's answering 3 held the Sixers within 4. Onyeka Okongwu's tip-in restored a 6-point cushion before Dyson Daniels' driving finish extended the advantage to 8 on consecutive Hawks possessions. Edgecombe's fadeaway trimmed the gap back to 6, keeping Philadelphia's hopes alive. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's 3 ballooned the deficit to 11, and the Hawks kept attacking. Zaccharie Risacher's dunk drove the paint count to 6 and the margin to 14, before Andre Drummond's basket ended a 2-minute Philadelphia drought. Philadelphia mounted a desperate rally. Edgecombe's basket ignited the comeback. Quentin Grimes' layup narrowed the gap. Then Kelly Oubre Jr.'s transition dunk capped 6 unanswered paint points. Suddenly a 6-point game that forced an Atlanta timeout. Daniels' basket steadied Atlanta's advantage at 6, and Jalen Johnson scored inside to keep the buffer intact as the Hawks' paint total reached 8. McCollum's late layup sealed the 117-107 victory and completed a dominant fourth quarter for Atlanta.